Alright, it's the same music. Just want to see if it was something. Oh, fuck off. Well, here's what I forgot to do. Forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb. I've been enjoying the game so much without the achievement notifications. Because they are awful. Like, why would you even have those on for a horror game? And technically, no, you didn't really miss much. All I did was go to room 108, the hotel. Alright, so now we kind of have free reign in the hotel. No boss fight? No. So, Alan has not had a boss fight. They've all been Saga. Or actually, the two that we've had have been as Saga. This one? Yeah. Maybe there's a point in the story where they get a boss fight and have to work together? Maybe. But you can only play as one person at a time, so I don't know. I feel like a lot of other games have done that, where you switch back and forth between main characters, and I don't think it's necessary to do. Like Spider-Man 2? Yeah, I don't... It's not that kind of game. Should be looking around with my flashlight at all times. Just in case I've missed any words of power. Let's explore a hallway. Oh yeah, behind here in room. I think I wouldn't call that a spoiler, Choir. It was in every trailer. It's a very soft one, if that. It is still a gameplay mechanic. Guys are making me nervous. What if it was spoiled for you? True. Alright, so there's totally something behind here. I can't switch the scene. But we kind of moved that board before. So what am I missing here? The other arrow points into this room. It also points back out of it. Like maybe I have to follow the exact path. I don't want to use any ammo here either, just because I feel like that would be a waste. I can't melee down here, I don't think either. No. Huh. How do you get through here? Assuming this is where the spot that I'm looking for. That's how the path to 202 is open. Not radio. We don't even have a map for this. Did I? Well, may as well try everything we have here.
The scene changed with the story. This was not the ritual murder site I was looking for. This had just been an appetizer before the main course.
Okay, so we went through here already. Let's try to change this to... Yeah. Climax of the story is all just evidence gathering for the police after they already got here, so nothing in particular. So initiation 5? I believe so, yes. I don't think it'll have an effect, but anything's worth a shot. think any musicals will happen. Yeah, I didn't want to waste ammo, but now we know. Yeah, just let me punch it. I wouldn't have had a problem. Words of War found. Feel. Actually, I don't know if they can get in here. This is probably the right time to do that. Increases damage dealt by the last bullet in the revolver. Increases double barrel shotgun by 25% when hitting multiple enemies. Buffing that revolver. Why you guys gotta do that every single time? Never say never when it comes to musicals, apparently. Oh, since I already opened it, I don't need the cut through anymore. So, because not all of them are, I don't want to say not real, but it's just the game's way of messing with you, more or less. All right, one more word of power. Come on, I'm looking right at it. Because at any given time, some of them may attack. Just go away. You. Yes. Off the shotgun damage. I wonder if I can even go back to the subway now. Any of them could be, you know, taken. All right, I think I've gotten pretty much everything aside from like a couple of containers and whatnot. I guess we can go back to the ballroom. You know, let's change the scene. How about that? Let's brighten things up.
Changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed.
Is he there? No, not real.
The dirty cops would make sure none of this would be traced back to their diabolical masters hiding in the dark.
What's the objective? The current actual objective is to leave, but I'm searching for stuff. Let's switch ballroom back to pre-show ritual, I think. Every time we respawn the shadows. Where's that container? Hydrate? Sure. I've already checked this, but there's nothing I can pick up over here. Like I should be like literally right on top of something. Okay, if it's not pre-show ritual. Halted. Oh, not that either.
Something out of a horror story, but I had to keep going.
Yeah. I don't think there's... Whatever. I'm over it. The words of power are more important. Okay, I think we're good to leave. Maybe just pick up the last few items I've left behind that I can actually use. So all the way to the end of this hallway on the right. On the second room. There's Tim. Right. Trying to decide what's quicker, back to the ballroom or... Alright, I need to clear 2 inventory spots, so we will... Trauma pack back. And... And the flashbangs. Alright, cool. need all of this stuff. Alright, we can leave. We can go back to Parliament Tower. Let's do one final check that I make sure I didn't miss anything important. What am I missing? Painkillers and flare gun ammo? Dang. I probably should do that. Flare gun is quite nice. Just... I need the inventory space right now. And that is... across the hall. No. Cool. Alright. Now I can leave. Go back to Parliament Tower. So will it actually let me leave? Yes.
Parliament Tower was here, again. Zane said the manuscript of return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before Scratch did.
You know, Control 2 in development? I would not call that actual development. It's what they called is proof of concept. So there's not even an alpha. They haven't built anything. They're probably just storyboarding. And seeing, you know, like concepts for the game. They're probably not actually making the game. So it's years away, I guess is my point.
Sir, had I chosen to pursue the cult, or had they chosen me for some unknowable purpose? To be a demon, to sort the clues based on my interpretation, to change that which I observed. It was all a play. Shadows on the wall of the cave. An echo of the true events that happened somewhere else. Was I there to watch the shadows, or was I a shadow too? In a performance set up for someone else.
Yeah, like the earliest of early development. Like sometimes they'll say like alpha or pre-alpha. Like there's not even an alpha yet. Stop writing Wake Street. Stop writing Boulevard. Stop Wake Street. Or writing Boulevard and Wake Street. Ha, you were a real one. Let me just check the subway map, because there are multiple words of power that I missed in here. I didn't know if he would be able to come back or not. Do I really care? Finally, Remedy is running report that states that Control 2 continues to be in proof of concept. Yeah. Yeah. It's not even... Don't expect it in the next... probably 3 years. If they haven't even started building the game. That would be my... And with that, I have no insider knowledge. I don't know exactly how long games take to make, but it is, yeah. You should not expect Control 2 anytime soon. Alright. It won't be 13 years. Again, the only reason Alan Wake took that long was because they literally didn't own the rights to make another Alan Wake game. They had to buy them off of Microsoft. Oh wait, this is caved in, so I can't go that way. Probably before PlayStation 6. I don't know. It depends on... It depends on where Control 2 would get prioritized. Because I know the other thing that they were supposedly working on was a remake for Max Payne. I think I perhaps missed the door too. Or I missed the way to open this. Yeah, I did need to go that way. Yeah, it depends on how many developers they have too. It's some studios can work on multiple things at the same time if they have enough people. I don't know if I got this one. Is that another spoiler? It's not. It's not a spoiler that Max Payne remake is in development. It's public knowledge. I can't go this way. Wait, so how am I supposed to get back into the... Dumbass cat leaves a lot of fur around. Oh, you've been cleaning all this time? Wow. I would not... I don't think I would be okay if I owned cat. Or dog, even. The cleanup would be... Cleanup of fur would just be too much for me. Not like I'm some crazy like neat freak. I just don't like pet hair. Own 2 dogs, they don't shed. Even if they don't shed, like they're still gonna lose hairs. Even if you brush your pet and all that. So am I just cut off from the rest of this? Yeah, this is just closed. Otherwise. Maybe I am just cut off from this. That's fine. Is what it is. Alright, well, whatever. Back to Parliament Tower. I'm done fretting over it. Not wanting pets is one thing, but do you hate pets? Do cats and dogs annoy you? No, not particularly. I mean, there are some dogs that are awful. Like, they're not trained right, or they will never shut up. But in general, no. I don't mind dogs and cats. My dog didn't shed. Yeah, as I say, that's a myth. It's like, well, just like the hair just doesn't exist. All right, let's go to the tower. What's at Parliament Tower? I imagine we are going to find out what happened to Alice. All that it was last time was basically just going around the Wake's apartment and basically just story stuff.
Go to hell!
Oh, well. Return. Initiation 6. Oh, flashlight off.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
Dark room, dark place. She's taking pictures of Scratch. So all these art installations are for. Just getting louder the further I step in. Technically, it's still first date. For a year? You've been following for a year? I'd say you've probably been following a lot longer than you've been watching. But maybe a year has gone by and it's just I have no concept of time anymore.
I needed to get inside the manuscript.
For months after Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment. I was flattened by the confusion, shock, the guilt, fear. I could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals. I couldn't stand the guy when I first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. And he still checks in, even after he moved out west.
few months when I had to wake up early consistently, so I couldn't watch. Occasionally have a life when needed. That's not true at all. None of us have lives. God, look at this. Look at this powerhouse of a machine. CRT screen technology, super fine pitch. It literally looks like the first computer that my family had. All right, so let's go back from 2 years ago. Hey, Alice, I know I'm more of a fish out water in Hollywood than I ever was in the Pacific Northwest wilderness. These yuppies with their glow-in-the-dark teeth couldn't be more fake if they had 6 fingers. And everything is so fucking great all the time, even when it's in fact the opposite. More than what I've thrown up in my mouth during meetings with these movie exec jerks. I gotta be here to look after Al's legacy. Everyone wants to gobble up the film rights for the Casey books, and they have moronic ideas on what to do with them. My duty to herd this horde of tan zombies into the general direction of something resembling good taste. I'm painfully aware of how deeply Al would have hated adaptations as they didn't do justice to his vision. He was a master of hating things deeply, for good reasons. I mean, that's why we loved him so much, right? Anyway, gotta hop on another video call now to talk about casting. Your pal, Barry. Hey, Alice, you're gonna think I've been replaced by an evil double. I've joined a cult, and I love it. Joking about it being a cult, kind of. Blessed wellness retreat. Working with Al or the Andersons was tough sometimes. These movie biz types are insane. My stress level was through the roof. And I was tipped off about the retreat. Best decision I ever made. I never felt this good, and well, healthy. Guy runs this place. Chester is a goddamn miracle worker. Not a wacko in any way. I know you think I'm full of shit. Lost a ton of weight. Wouldn't recognize me. Chester says I'm lucky to have ended up here. Something bad would have happened if I'd stayed in New York. I believe him. Wasn't feel too great after everything that happened, especially after those FBC creepos wanted to chat with me. Enough to turn anyone into a conspiracy nut. Hope you're good over there, and come visit me anytime. West Coast is not as bad as I made it sound in my earlier mails. Master hating things and no one ever praises you. Well, except 15 or so Destiny friends on PS4 I warned not to get too. As God Howard said, who's laughing now? Hey, sometimes you just have to let your friends make bad decisions. That's the only way they learn. Checking in. Alice, checking as I haven't heard from you. Everything good back there? Been trapped in non-stop meetings with no brace. Open kimono. I considered peeing in a mug, and lunches be damned. How do these people ever get a movie made when all they do is sit in meetings beyond me? Alright. Alice, Sharks Circling. They now want to turn what happened to Al into a movie and or TV show. And or, get this, a fucking video game. Told them to fuck off. Alice, also, sorry. In case you hear this from someone else, true crime writer named Tammy Booker is working on a book about Al. I hunted down her publisher and told them we'll sue. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Barry checking in again. Hey, Alice, everything good with you back home? Just checking in. Tried to call, but I couldn't reach you. You're probably just deep in your creative process. I know how you artists get when you're in the middle of your projects. Everything else disappears. Call back and you can't reach me. I'm doing whatever it is an executive producer is supposed to do. Still a mystery to me. Oh, do you want me to help with anything business related to your exhibition? Just say the word. Some berries. Being a good guy, keeping in touch. Let's go on with the exhibit. So she's kind of like roughing out the exhibit.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
see. 1, yes, okay. Need to show you the truth on all screens. Darker, the better. No such thing as too personal. Photos are me.
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
All right. Part 2, the comeback. Weakness is clarity. So the comeback to making art again.
There was something
Search. Clarity is
in
purpose.
the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
The light behind her went out. The end of that. Realization.
World hidden
Purpose is
behind
strength.
ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
Oh, can go into this one. Connection. Pain. Oh, pain through pain, pain through love. No boundaries. Be ruthless.
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.